In such a time as this, I do not know where you are in your mind and in your spirit. So many struggling with bereavement. Many people dealing with financial difficulties. Many of us are coping with the dysfunctionality of our society. But wherever you may be, I stopped by today just to encourage you and to let you know that God is still in control. In the book of Isaiah 26:3, you'll find these encouraging words. You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind stays on you. Peace carries with it the idea of unity, completeness, rest, ease, and security. I want you to notice with me the key phrase in the verse. Any man or woman, boy or girl, whose mind stay on God. When trouble comes, our minds naturally focus on our situation and circumstance. When suffering comes, all we can think about is the pain and the misery, the dysfunction in our geographical area. It takes a liberated act of the will to turn away from the problem and focus our mind on God. When our minds stay on God, we don't have to worry about the future because we realize that our hands is in the hands of Him that holds the future. We won't be intimidated by the terrors of night because our faith, our consciousness, our physical existence and our spiritual existence is built upon the solid rock. When we yield over our worries to the guidance of the Holy Spirit and to the guidance of God, in the midst of whatever we're going through, in the midst of calamity, in the midst of hurt, in the midst of the most unimaginable pain, and I know many of you are suffering, even in the midst of the pandemic that's going on all over the world, you can still hold fast because you held on to Jesus. I want to encourage you today to choose peace in Jesus Christ. I know it's going to be difficult to put your issues and your problems to the side. I know it's going to be difficult if you grieving. I understand. I've been grieving too. I've lost someone. But I learned through my situation that he's able to wipe all tears away. I learned that he's able to bring up a bowed down head. You say you're having a difficult time. You can't pay your bills, can't pay your house note, can't provide food to go on the table for your family. I read in the Word that he's able, even when the government can't do it, even when your jobs are closed down and you can't find provisions anywhere else. One writer said that all the cattle on 1,000 hills belong to him. I want to encourage you today to rest in Jesus. Hebrews 11th chapter in the first verse says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. We have hope in God because he promised to be with us. He promised never to leave us and never to forsake us. We have faith in that which is unseeable and sometimes untangible. But we know all things rest in the kingdom authority of God. You can have hope today. When you say, well, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. God has not lost control. You need to remember that. God is still on the throne. And in his good time, in his divine time, in his kingdom time, this too will pass. So you may be struggling today. You may be in peril. You may be grieving. But I want to make a declaration with you today to trust in him no matter, even if you can't see your way out. Because behind every dark cloud, the sun must shine. And if you are a believer and your faith has been steadfast all this time and has been shaken, I want to encourage you today that he will bring you out as he has before. And to those of you who don't know Jesus, who don't know Yeshua Mashiach, I want to encourage you today to say this prayer with me. He's willing and just to save you and to rescue you. Come on, say this prayer with me. Lord, I need you in my life. Lord, I surrender my mind, soul, body, and spirit over to you. Come in and create in me a clean heart. Renew the rightful spirit in me. Wash me whiter than snow. I yield over my life, my family, my home, my decisions to the authority of God. And Jesus, come in and be the Lord of my life. And Holy Spirit, you come in and be the comforter. If you prayed that prayer with me, you're now saved. Oh, you ought to glorify him today. Keep trusting in God with all your heart, and no matter what you're going through today, know that you can have peace, you can have confidence. Just hold on, don't let go, and everything will be all right. This is Bishop Johnny L. Moore Jr., and thank you for joining us in Hope for Each Day podcast. And I hope you will join us again tomorrow as we come to you with another encouraging word of strength, power, and I pray for you, and I pray for our government, our nation, and our world.